For my Women in Leadership final, I have chosen to dive into the life of Stacy Brown-Philpot. I chose this woman because she is influential to women of diversity, as she herself is a woman of diversity. I myself have not experienced life from the perspective of a Black woman, let alone a Black woman in leadership, and I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to learn more about Black excellency. Stacy Brown-Philpot is the founder and managing partner of Cherry Rock Capital, which is the first Black woman-founded, multi-hundred-million-dollar venture firm that is focused on Black and Latino founders. In addition, with more than 20 years of experience, Brown-Philpot is the former chief executive officer of TaskRabbit, where she led the acquisition of TaskRabbit by the IKEA Group in 2017. Prior to joining TaskRabbit, Brown-Philpot worked at Google Ventures as an entrepreneur in residence, where she spent nearly a decade leading global operations for Google's products. Brown-Philpot has a bachelor's in economics that she received from Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania, as well as a master's in business administration from the Graduate School of Business at Stanford University. Stacy Brown-Philpot specializes in motivation, dedication, and leadership. Her motivation began at an early age as she excelled in high school and college. She then took this motivation with her into her career, where she set goals for her company and helped define the company's vision. Her ability to consistently set and achieve goals has helped her succeed in a variety of ways. Her dedication has shown through her work ethic, as Brown-Philpot has pushed to further inclusion in company hiring processes and has gone out of her way to ensure the company she works for hires people of all backgrounds. And it was in the early 2000s that Brown-Philpot discovered she wanted to be a leader, not an accountant. Through this discovery, Brown-Philpot found a mentor named Sheryl Sandberg, who helped encourage her leadership plan. Eventually, Brown-Philpot adapted and grew with her leadership style and went from managing herself to managing a team of over 200 while working for Google. In 2015, Stacy Brown-Philpot was chosen for Fortune's 40 most significant young people in business. The Financial Times said that she's a rare example of Black female chief executive in the tech industry. She is one of the most influential and dynamic Black executives in Silicon Valley and the entire technology industry, thanks to her pure dedication as TaskRabbit CEO. In addition, she has appeared on rosters of Black Enterprise's 300 most powerful executives in corporate America and top tech influencers. In 2017, she was ranked by Business Insider as one of the 46 most important Blacks in technology. Through all of her achievements, Stacy Brown-Philpot did experience discriminatory obstacles along the way. Growing up in the west side of Detroit, Brown-Philpot was raised by a single mother. Though they were poor, her mother always prioritized the education of her and her brother. It was during an intern experience in the 1990s that Brown-Philpot worked for a partner who was African American. This person gave her the ambition to succeed as a Black woman. She took this ambition with her to the University of Pennsylvania. Coming from a high school of 98% African Americans, Brown-Philpot went through quite the transition, being that Penn was only 6% African American. Brown-Philpot says that she still gets discriminated against. She said, "No one thinks I'm a CEO. I sit on a plane and tell somebody, well, I run this company." And they're like, "What? You run a company?" And it's like, shocking. You could imagine someone else sitting in that seat where no one would be surprised. Further, she added, "Racial bias and injustice is something that I've lived with my whole life. Every time somebody asks me how I'm doing, I process either consciously or subconsciously some form of racism that I've experienced." Stacy Brown-Philpot is an exemplary example of a dedicated woman in leadership. She has faced discrimination her entire life and still became one of the most influential women in technological leadership. And regardless of her own obstacles, she continues to encourage others and lead her teams to success regardless of differences. She took the thing that was bad and made it her sole focus to not allow others to go through the same thing. She has adjusted hiring processes to help benefit many people from all different backgrounds and is slowly changing the world one goal at a time. There is a lot to be learned from Brown-Philpot, as she is one of the most inspirational people I have had the opportunity to learn about. The biggest lesson that I learned from Stacy Brown-Philpot is to never let what others think of you control the way you think of yourself. Regardless of where you come from, so long as you have a dream, you can become anything.